Of the two employees of the KwaZulu-Natal Sharks Board who drowned when their boat capsized during a routine shark net patrol last week is being held in Durban today. The boat encountered difficulties at the Richards Bay's Newark beach on the north coast of KwaZulu-Natal. SABC reporter Mlungisi Khumalo joins me now live for more. Mlungisi, a very good morning to you. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Firstly, take us back. What were the circumstances that led to this incident?
Thank you very much to you, Blaine, and as a very good morning to our viewers at home. Like you mentioned, this is a memorial services of some of the two employees from the KwaZulu-Natal Sharks Board who unfortunately a week ago drowned at the Newark beach in Richards Bay. Now, according to our understanding and also according to our witnesses, when we spoke to them, when we made our way to Richards Bay, one of the employees and one of the people, in fact, who rescued some of the people that survived during that terrible tragedy said to us, at around 7 o'clock in the morning, they noticed that Mr. Kumete, as well as his other colleagues from the KwaZulu-Natal Sharks Board, were making their way to remove some of the nets at the Newark beach. Unfortunately, he also claims that a few minutes later they saw that the boat unfortunately capsized, and of course witnesses that were close by and as well as lifeguards made their way into the beach to try and rescue some of the people. Unfortunately, from that incident, two people died, namely Mr. Richard Kumete as well as Amandla Kumete as well. But the third person, Mr. Kabela, is unfortunately not found, as is still being deemed missing by the department as well. But to tell me more about today's occasion, like I said earlier on, this is a very, very somber mood as we are here in the Durban CBD where the memorial service is expected to take place. I've got Mr. KwaZulu Rather, who represents the KwaZulu-Natal Economic Development and Environmental Affairs. Thank you very much, Kwazi, for your time. Just briefly, what can we expect from today's memorial service?
Well, thank you. We're here indeed to pay our tribute and honor the lives of our departed colleagues who met their untimely death in an unfortunate boat accident. We're here with the acting MEC for Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, MEC Kaunda, together with the families as well as the colleagues, both from Sharks Board but also from the Department of Economic Development. We're here really to pay our last respect and honor the role that they have played in servicing the institution.
Now, most importantly, Mr. KwaZulu, how will the department ensure that the families of the deceased are compensated?
Well, the Department of Economic Development, together with its entity, the Sharks Board, assist with the matter of assisting the families with the burial expenses. But obviously there will be other engagements that will ensue after the bodies have been laid to rest. We are also in touch with the rescuers who are searching for the third missing employee, who unfortunately up until this stage has not been recovered, and we understand that at times the sea conditions make it difficult for rescuers to actually discover the body. But we believe that with God's grace, in no time the body will also be recovered so that the family can also find closure. But as the department, we are also in touch with the family as well as the sea workers.
Thank you very much, Mr. KwaZulu. Now, just before I hand back to studio, just going back a bit, about 2 weeks ago, some members of the KwaZulu-Natal Sharks Board embarked on a provincial strike, and as a result of that, 37 beaches across the province were closed because of the strike, because they'd apparently removed some shark nets. Now, we also found out that Mr. Kabela, who's also missing, was also a shop steward of the South African Union of Liberations. Now, as the department, have you resolved some of those issues?
Well, some of the issues have been indeed resolved. There are just few issues that are still on the table under discussions, which we believe that in no time they will also be resolved. We believe that the incident that happened, or rather the accident, is actually completely unrelated to the strike that happened last week. The colleagues who were involved in the accident were quite experienced. Most of them had 15 years experience working under those conditions. So it was really an unfortunate accident which is unrelated to the strike that is taking place. But we believe that probably in no time everything will be resolved and all the operation will resume as it were.
Thank you very much. That was KwaZulu, who represents the Department of Environmental Affairs and Economic in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Like I mentioned earlier on, that this is a very sad gathering here today, as it is a memorial service, and the mood inside is extremely somber as well. But we'll bring you more on this story as time goes on as well.
Mlungisi Khumalo live for us in Durban. Thank you. Let's take a bit of a break.